So it's the final countdown. Just a week until your CMA exams. Well, before you get panic or start thinking about tomorrow or future, let me assure you guys something that this video is not to scare you guys or make you afraid of something or make you afraid of exams. But I just want to ask you guys something. Are you worried about your exams? Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow or are you feeling anxious about your future? Like how the things are going to turn out? What will happen if the result is this? What will happen if the result is that? Are you thinking about all this? Then, well, you're not alone. But I'm here to tell you don't worry. So, don't at all take that worries into your heads. We are with you, and I am here to share some practical yet must follow rules in your CMA exams to increase those little bit of marks in your examination, and these tips will help you to have the calm and confident mindset while giving your exams. Yes. So, if you want some solid exam tips and if you want that little bit of boost of motivation, then this video is exactly for you guys. So, watch it till the end. This 15 to 20 minutes video will help you to increase those little bit of marks in an indirect way during your exams. So, yes, let us get into the video. Are you worrying about exams? Do you want some exam tips? Then here are some must follow rules for CMA exams. Hello everyone, welcome to BCCA. I'm CMA Parvati, your faculty for cost and management audit. Let us get into the rules one by one and will indirectly increase the marks in your examination. Now, what is the first rule which you have to follow? If you are Telugu students, then this you'll definitely know. దిక్కులు చూడకుండా వచ్చిందని కానీ. So, the meaning of this is don't waste your time watching the surroundings. Don't waste your time watching girls. If you're boys, then don't waste your time watching boys if you're girls. What are the dresses they are wearing? What are the accessories they are wearing? What is the content which is written in that paper? What is the answer written in this paper? No, don't waste your time watching others because that's not what you're in the examination hall. You went there to give your exams. So do it what you went for. So don't waste your time. For Telugu students, I'm repeating again, dikkul chudakunda vachin pankani. Okay? Yes, that's our first and main important must follow rule. Now, getting into the next. That 15 minutes crucial time which we have before the examination. This 15 minutes is not given by the ICMAI to you guys to sit outside of the examination hall and refer to your books. No, many students will do this during the exams, so please avoid it. That 15 minutes time is very crucial too. So utilize those 15 minutes reading time. Take a quick glance at the entire question paper. Take that question paper and dip your face into it. See what all the questions which are asked. See the questions which are asked from which concept. This 15 minutes time is not to assure yourself that this question I know or not, whether this question I know or not. No, to just see what is given in the question paper. See, you have learned for 6 months continuously and you're sitting before your question paper. If you're not at all looking into that question paper and directly skipping into the answer sheet by writing answers, will that help you? No. So just utilize that 15 minutes reading time and give a quick glance at the entire question paper. Not to mark the questions which you have to attempt, but to see what questions are actually there in that question paper. Okay, so this is the second main important rule which you have to follow, utilization of 15 minutes reading time. Now, getting into the third. Yes, This is the easiest question. Answer the easiest question first. Like when you're reading the question itself, you'll have this face, isn't it? Yes, I know this answer. You'll have that face. If you are having that face by watching any of the question, then that is the question which you will get 7 out of 7 marks. Then write that question first. Why? Because you'll write it very much perfectly. And if you are writing first question perfectly and you're getting those 7 marks on the first go when examiner is correcting your paper, then what you want? Examiner will get impressed, isn't it? So answer the easiest question first. That is the third important rule. So while looking into the question paper, if you are having this face, yes, then that's the answer which you have to write first. That's the third main important rule. Now getting into the fourth rule. Read the question word by word at least once. If you're not understanding the question which is given, read it twice and thrice. Not a problem at all. But not reading the question which is given at least once is the biggest and worstest thing which you'll do. Okay? Why, ma'am? Why we have to see word by word? See, for example, if there is a law subject, then there will be some tricky points which examiner will use on you. There will be a question for private limited company or public company, in which he'll not give in the question directly whether it is a private or public company, but in the name of the company itself he'll include that limited or just a company. By looking the name of the company itself, you have to understand that this question is private limited company or a public company question. So these are the small tricky things which examiner will use on you. And similarly, in CMA final SFM subject, you will have in Forex bid rate and ask rate. You will just think that bid rate will be on left side and ask rate will be on right side and go on doing it. But no, these are the points which examiner will confuse you. Will just switch the basis. Then what you'll do? After writing the examination, come out of the examination hall and you'll discuss with your friends and think that, oh shit, I've given my answer very wrong, and you'll cry. What's use of it? Before trial itself, take this as your lesson. Read the question word by word at least once, which will help you to understand what is exactly asked in the question. And based on the perspective of the question maker, like what he wants as the answer, you'll understand it. And you'll give the answer as what is asked in the question. Then you'll get your fullest marks. So this is the next rule which you have to follow, that reading the question word by word at least once. Now getting into the next. Impress the examiner. How we are going to impress the examiner, ma'am? We don't know the examiner face at all. We don't know examiner who is going to correct our papers. Then how we are going to impress the examiner, ma'am? Well, you can do it with your presentation, with your neatness skills, and writing your well-known answer first, as we have already discussed. If you're writing your well-known answer first, what will happen? Examiner will correct that answer first and will allot you 7 marks. He will think in his mind that, wow, this student is a clever student. He knows everything. And he'll just brush up the papers and will just give the ticket marks. But don't write Bahubali stories, okay? Examiner is not that fool also. Write the question, but even if you are writing all the well-known answers first, at last, if you are writing the answer which you don't know, examiner will have that mercy on you. Okay, just leave it. He have written all the questions correctly. Only this question is written wrongly. No, I'll just give 5 marks to it. So this is the kind of impression which we want from the examiner. Okay. So yes, with the presentation and with neatness, I know what you guys are thinking. Ma'am, we don't have good handwriting. Ma'am, we don't have good like presentation. Then what we have to do? Don't worry. Neatness and presentation doesn't mean handwriting. Now you can't go and sit in the handwriting practice sessions, isn't it? But presentation means the way you will attempt the paper. If it is theory subjects, I'll tell you what you have to do. If it is numerical subjects, I'll tell you what you have to do. We'll discuss one-on-one in the further go. Okay? And when it comes to neatness, it doesn't mean handwriting. Write whatever you're writing by giving some space so that examiner will understand what you have written. Just don't go on writing. He'll not at all understand what is there in your paper. So give some space, give gaps, and give your answer. Then examiner will understand what you have written in the paper easily. So this is the way you will impress the examiner. Okay? So that's the next rule. Now, coming into the next, the last 5 minutes of the exam, or if you are running out of time, that last half an hour, that last 20 minutes, last 40 minutes, now there will be the invigilator in our room. They will track the time. 1 hour is completed, 1 hour 15 minutes is completed, 2 hours is completed, only 15 minutes left, only 45 minutes left, only 50 minutes left. They'll go on telling the time, due to which you'll feel more anxious, you'll feel more tension. In that stage, what you have to do, you'll just drop the pen and you'll think that, oh, time is out, time is out, time is out. No, you should be like this. Go on writing the answer. If you don't have that enough time to write the entire answers, then what you have to do, you have to first finish bubbling of MCQs. Now a new rule has been brought. You don't have to write justifications for MCQs. You don't have to write A, B, C, D options. You just have to give the bubbling in the MCQs. That's where you'll have a lot of time saving, isn't it? So if you are running out of time, then what you have to do? First, go to the MCQs and start bubbling the MCQs. And then coming to the solutions part, if you don't have enough time, then don't just leave that question and come. Write something which you know. Write 4 to 5 points. Give a synopsis of the answer. At least you'll get marks. 4 marks is better than getting a 0, isn't it? So at least if you're getting 1 mark, at least if you're getting half mark, okay, let it be. Let that come. Why are you losing it? Just write synopsis of the answers. Give whatever you know. Write whatever you know. Even if it is 1 point, 2 points, don't worry about it. Just go on writing. Just bite your lips, bite your teeth. Be in this position, this face. Go on writing the answers. Okay, so this is what you have to do if you are running out of time. If you are having a short of time, don't get tension during that time. Yes, invigilator's duty is to make you think of the time or make you aware of the time, but that doesn't mean that you'll get tensed during that situations. You have to be calmest as possible. Okay, now coming to the next, if it is a numerical subject, then what are the main important things which you have to follow? Coming to the numerical subjects, working notes are very, very, very important, and working notes should not be written at the end of the answers, dear. All of you will do the same mistake. Writing the working notes after completion of the solution is a very bad thing. ICMAI, they themselves has given you a rule stating that left hand page which is there in your answer sheet should be allotted to the working notes, and the right side sheet should be your solution. Okay, so keep it in your mind. Just working notes should not be written after the completion of the solution, but you have to write it in the left hand side, and right hand side should be your answer. Okay, assumptions and notes. Take as many assumptions as possible. Write it note points for each and every point. Currency symbols, rupee symbol, percentage symbol. If you're writing any solution as a units, if you're taking units in your solution, then these are very, very, very important while your answer is ending. Okay, if you're writing amount, then give rupee symbol and write it. If it is 1 lakh or something like that, write it down. If you're having any solution as percentage, then put percentage without a fail. These are the areas where you lose marks, so keep track of it. Now coming to the next, rule of rounding off. This is very much applicable in the DT, direct taxation subject, and even in other subjects also. Rule of rounding off should be followed. So don't forget to round off your numbers. Margins for accounts, even if you don't have time, carry a scale, carry a pencil. What will happen if someone is thinking you LKG student? Let them think. Carry your own scale, carry your own pencil, margin the accounts. You'll just go on writing particulars, amount. You'll write all the things, you'll do the total and you'll count. Don't do it that way. Just put three margins. What will happen if you're keeping three margins? Margins for accounts is important. And if you are writing journal entries, the narrations are very important, even if it is not as in the question also. Even if narrations are not mentioned in the question, you have to write narrations for the journal entries. Now, avoid overwriting. Don't overwrite. If you have written something wrong, then strike it out and write it again. If you have written the entire paragraph wrong, don't worry about it. Just give a cross mark and write it down below. You'll not lose marks, you'll get your marks. And for numerical subjects or for practical subjects, if theory is asked as a question, then theory questions should be written at last. Next, regarding theory subjects, you already know what you have to do for theory subjects. Point-wise answers should be given. And when I'm telling you point-wise, don't keep first point and write 5 lines. Don't keep second point and write 5 lines. No. Point-wise answer should be given, but that point-wise answer should also be given in a brief. Okay? Examples and application areas. Practical examples should be taken while explaining the answers. Practical application areas should be given. Those kind of situations should be used in your answers. Mainly this is expected from final level students. So final level students, you have to write lots and lots of examples in your answer sheet when it comes to theory subject. Now underline keywords. This you already know. Underline whatever the keywords which you are writing. Important names headings. If you have any such, then give it in capitals. Only laws and sections if you know. In law subject, only give the section numbers, and laws provisions only write it down if you know. If you don't know, don't create the provisions and section numbers. You lose the entire marks. If you know what is the section number, write it down. If you don't know it, then don't write the section number, don't write the provision, don't write the law. Just don't change the law and write it in your own way. This is not Bahubali story. Like if you'll change whatever you want. No, don't do it. And while writing theory subjects, if you're forgetting the points, then don't waste your time thinking that point. While writing the answer in middle, if you're forgetting the points, then leave that space, go on to the next page, start the new answer, and at last, or when you're remembering it again, come back and write the answer. Don't waste your time thinking what is that next point, what is that next point. Don't do it. Okay? Now, the next, as I've already told you, carry your own stationery items. This is a famous meme. I hope you would have already seen it. Kids go to exam with 2 pens and 1 pencil. Men go to exam with 1 pen without a cap itself. And legends go to exam and ask others, "Bhai, pen lena bhool gaya. Ek extra hai to dena." Don't do it like this. Don't feel yourself as legends. Carry your own stationery items, okay? Even if you're kids, no problem. Be it as a kid for CMA exams. Only for that 8 days, be it as kids. After that, turn it to legends, okay? So yes, that's the next important rule. And at last, have that challenging spirit in you. When exam paper is coming in front of you, think yourself as Vijay and say to that question paper that I am waiting. Just come to me. Have that challenging spirit to you. I'll face this exam. I'll give my best. I'll do my 100% in this exam. You should have the challenging spirit. And don't get a panic or no stress. No panic, no stress. Like this Jerry is having its heart out. Don't bring your heart out of you. Just keep it inside. Your heart is very precious. Okay? And at last, before going into the examination hall, take a deep breath, release it out, and go it in a calm and composed mindset. Okay? Now, this is the thing which I wanted to tell you. Never ever give up. Boost up your confidence by watching this video or by watching any other video. Manifest your dreams. Think that you will be successful. You will get passed in the examination. And I am here to tell you that you can do it. Yes, you can do it. Assure yourself. Talk it out loud. Just scream. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. Scream it out loud. So yes, never give up. You can do it. And the next, I am here to give you some quotes. So what are those quotations? Stop being afraid of what could go wrong and think of what could go right. Don't afraid of thinking what could go wrong. Think about what could go right. If you are now also thinking that you'll get failed in the examination, why you have to think like that? Think that you'll get passed in the examination. Think that you'll get exemptions in the examination. What? It's just a thinking, no dear. Think it and believe you can. And you are already halfway there. You have done your preparation for entire 6 months. You just have 1 week. What are you waiting for? Believe you can do it because you are halfway there. And when you want to give up, remember why you have started. When you're thinking that I'll just leave this attempt and go on to the next attempt, then remember why you have started your preparation to complete the CMA examination and this attempt to pass that. Why you have actually started. Think that and go on further. So these are the 3 codes which I thought will make you boost the confidence, and I am here to tell you that. Now, at last, wishing you all a calm and focused mind in all your exams, and I and we BCCA wish that you will see this in your result card. Congratulations will definitely be in your results card because you have worked very, very, very hard day and night, losing all your nights, losing all your festivals, losing all your friends, that quality family time. You have lost everything in this past 6 months, and you'll definitely see this congratulations in your result card, that's for sure. All the best for the upcoming examination. So I hope you have liked the video, and I hope I have helped something to make you understand regarding what the things which you get failed to do or to follow while writing the examination. I think you've understood everything, and I think you'll follow everything. So that's it. All the best for the examination. You can do it. Thank you.